Hello and welcome to Barrack Mitsubishi. My name is Kyle and today we're going to go around this 2013 Toyota GT86, finished in a beautiful deep sea dark blue, which to me really stands out compared to the white and the black ones you do see on the market today. So in summary, we're just going to go over the condition of the exterior, pointing out any stone chips, gutter rash, things like that. Then we'll have a look at the interior and some of the books as well. So if we just start at the front here, you do have your fog lights down here, as well as your nice clear headlights, which clear means there's been no condensation or water has leaked in, which means they have been sealed. Just go across here, you do have a few stone chips just along here, but obviously nothing that a little bit of touch-up paint can do, and you'll not be able to see them at all. You got your big Toyota badge here. We'll just look at the splitter down here, and there appears to be just a slight bit of stone chipping where you would expect most of the chips to be, obviously because it's so low to the ground there. Come along the side off here, just above the driver's wheel, there is just a few little stone chips here, but again, nothing a little bit of touch-up paint can do, and you'll not be able to see that. Just look at this alloy, and it is gutter rash free, which is great. Really good condition, as well as the tire tread as well. Coming further down, there is a slight, nope, it is literally just a little bit of extra polish. There's no mark there. Do you have your Toyota GT86 badge just above there? Coming along down the side of the driver's door, and you do have a slight mark where it looks like somebody's door has met that in the likes of a shopping mall or something along that. Again, a bit of touch-up paint. It's not going to really worry you, considering the rest of the condition of the car is good. Just a slight mark here, and just a few little chips just in there. But again, for a 4-year-old car with that little bit of minimal damage, means it's been very well looked after. Coming down to the rear alloy here, and again, it is gutter rash free. Looks like it's literally just rolled out of the showroom factory, and again, great condition on that tire tread as well. If I can just get the cameraman to shoot just back up that way, and you'll just see the lines on the car, and you'll see there's no dents and nothing, again, which does show how well maintained this car has been. Just coming along down here, you do have your rear parking sensors, color coordinated as well, so not sitting out and maybe a bit of an eyesore. Do have your carbon fiber kind of look splitter at the back, as well as your brake light and your 2 chrome exhausts. Now what we'll do is have a quick look in the boot. There is a button here, but it can be unlocked via the key as well as in the cabin, which I will show you later on. So if we just pop that, and again, condition of the carpet on the inside is immaculate. So again, really does emphasize how well looked after this car has been, especially for a 2013. You do have your few items just under there as well for likelihood if you get a puncture. Coming further down, just now down the passenger side, and I don't believe, nope, just a little bit of extra polish, there's no mark there. And if you just look across the top of this roof, it is a bit dirty due to the Melbourne rain that was late last night. Of course, you know what the Melbourne weather's like, it changes like the wind, and you do have your shark fin styled aerodynamics on the top as well. Just looking at this wheel again, there is a slight bit of gutter rash just there and here as well, but passenger side usually is where most of the damage is found for the wheels, and again, good tread on them tires as well. You do have a slight scratch just there, but again, nothing major, nothing like it's flaking away anything, so it's just a light scratch which may come out in the polish. Now, something I did forget to touch on when I was on the other side of the car, it does have proximity lock. So the car is running at the minute. If we had the keys in our hand, we would literally just touch here, car locks, touch it again, the car would unlock again, meaning you don't have to keep ruffling through your bag or your wallet or your pockets trying to find the keys. As long as you're at a close range, it will unlock with the touch of your thumb. Coming further down again, that is just a light scratch there, but again, I'm just rubbing it, and it's actually starting to come off in my hand, so I'm thinking that can't just needs a good bit of a polish and a good bit of a clean. Coming to the front tire and wheel, there is a bit of gutter rash just round here, and as well as here. But as I did previously say, this is where most of the damage is found, and again, good tread on them tyres. Coming back around to the front now, and I'm just going to get my cameraman to step in to show you the engine, which is just an absolute joy to look at, because it is just in immaculate condition. This is a 2-litre petrol 4-cylinder engine, which does output 147 kilowatts of power, as well as 205 newton meters of torque. So the fuel economy, it will get you roughly 7.1 litres per 100 kilometers. So with that mated to the 6-speed automatic transmission from the 50-litre tank, you will get 704 kilometers of fun and joyful driving. Okay, coming into the interior of this beautiful 2013 86 GTS. Just starting on the right hand side here, I'll just turn the steering wheel for the cameraman. We do have our power wing mirrors, so just press that, it will fold them in. So if you're in a tight spot like the supermarket, you can fold them in, nobody will hit them. You do also have your power controls as well. Just turn for the left wing mirror, turn for the right wing mirror, and then you just adjust accordingly to the way you want to. Do have our window lock buttons, which means only the driver can control the windows going up and down, as well as our auto lock button. Just press that to lock, press that down, that unlocks it. Do have our automatic windows, which is auto down, so you just push all the way down for that, and then just pull all the way back up, and that will just automatically do that, making sure it is safe for when you are driving. Coming down here, as I spoke about earlier, you do have your boot release, so we just hold that like that. If you can hear that thud, that means the boot has been opened. So if you do have a passenger who wants to put his bags in, you can literally just hold that without getting out of the car. Now, down here, this switch here, it will adjust the lighting of the dials when your headlights are on. So if I just get the cameraman to look at the dials, we'll just turn our lights on, and as you can see, it's lit up. As I slowly just start to pull that down, you'll see hopefully in the video that it is starting to dim, and then obviously you just push it back up and that turns the lights fully on, as the brightness fully back as well. Again, means you can adjust it accordingly, so if you are driving at night for a long distance, just dim it down, doesn't make your eyes too sore, and also isn't a distraction as well. Now on our right hand side, we do have our indicators, as well as our auto headlights and fog lights as well. And then just on the left hand side, we do have our wiper control as well. Just pull that down for the one wipe, and that is easy as that. Do have a nice sports steering wheel covered with a leather wrap and red stitching, which is carried throughout the car, giving you that kind of sports car kind of feel, especially when you're driving. Again, just to emphasize that, you do have the paddle shifts on the back, so when you do put the automatic transmission into the manual, you can shift here without taking your hands off the wheel. Another thing I will point out is you do have your cruise control button, so you just press that to turn it on, pull it down to set, push up the accelerate, deaccelerate, and then you cancel it, or brake does cancel it, and you just touch that and that will turn it off. As we come along to the middle now, we do have, that radio is just slightly a bit loud, we'll turn it down a bit. Do have our radio and audio, so we do have our AM, FM, your disc, USB, Bluetooth, as well as your auxiliary, and you do have your phone can be connected for answering phone calls as well. Another great feature this car does have, so we just click map here and we'll just hit accept. I'll just hit next. There we go. You do have the Sat-Nav feature as well, and another great feature that I quite like about this car is not only if you don't want this full screen, you want to change back to your audio, you can just press this button here and your audio does come across, so you can use both at the same time, meaning you can still see where you're going as well as changing tracks or station. Again, it does have voice recognition as well as a USB port just there too. Coming down, you do have your time here as well as your hazard button here. And another feature which I pretty like, kind of like about this car, is this sort of styling of the dual zone climate control does remind me of the Ford GT supercar, and the reason for that being is literally just these buttons, because it does have this sort of style of button. Again, that really does emphasize this sports car kind of styling and feel. So if we just turn that activates your air conditioning system. Do have your dual zone, so that's set to just the driver. We'll just hit dual here, and then that means you can adjust that to 24, and we'll just adjust that to low. Again, press it again and it automatically syncs with the driver. Fan speed is here, front demister as well as your rear demister here, air conditioning button, your recirc button, and then if you just want to turn the whole system off, you just click it like that and that turns it off. Again, really like that because it is styled to me like that sort of supercar kind of feel. Just coming down here, we do have another USB port as well as an auxiliary. Bit of a storage here for your coins if you're coming up to a toll, and you do have your push button start, which does, as I said, come with a proximity key. Just put that back in the park. Do have your beautifully leather wrapped and steel kind of looking gear shifter, so you do have that reverse, and then you do have neutral, and then as I said before, once you put down the drive, just pull it across in the manual. That immediately means you can use these to shift up and down the gears, or simply just push up and pull back to shift up and down. Again, sports car kind of feel, shifting up to really get the speed that maybe you want to get that feeling. Further down here, you do have your traction control off button, so we just pull that, it'll alert us on the dash. Do you have your sports button, which does give it a bit more responsive to the accelerator and nice sportier kind of feel in the steering wheel. Do you have your snow button, which will give you more traction, limit the amount of power coming through the back wheels, and you do have a VSC Sport, which again, press that, it will immediately turn the traction control off, and that gives it a real beefy kind of feel, really responsive, and to me feels like you are in kind of a racing car kind of feel. Coming further down, we do have our heated seats. I've got mine on because it is a little bit chilly today, this morning in Melbourne, but you do have that. You can put it on low like that for the driver and passenger, or on high for the driver and the passenger. Now, just coming down, I'll move these out of the way. We do have our 12-volt charging point and socket, as well as these removable cup holders, so you can just slot that in like that for you and the passenger, or if you do have passengers in the back of this car, you can move that just slightly back for them as well. I'll just get my cameraman to scan around the interior, and then we'll have a quick look at the service books. And as you can see, really clean interior. Doesn't look like anyone's really used this car, which again is great considering it has only done 31,248 kilometers. Okay, now to the important part, which is the service history of this car, which everybody does want to make sure it has. So this car, as I said, has only done 31,248 kilometers, so the first service was done at the 15,000 mark. Next one was done at the 19,000 mark. Again, done at the 28,303, and then we done a intermediate service when we got the car at 31,209 kilometers. So again, has really good service history. Okay, thank you for watching. That is a walk around video of the beautiful deep sea blue 2013 86 GTS. If you do have more inquiries or want to come and take it for a test drive, do not hesitate to call us on 99070555, and thank you for watching.